I was thankful that I was able to kind of look this story up and really took my time, and I was able to find a picture of this beautiful little baby. Look at that beautiful baby. And I want to tell y'all what happened to him. Again, another situation with mom's boyfriend, and I wonder, when will things change? When will we start to change our mentality? People are watching these videos, they know these stories, they know the narrative, but they continue to keep going in a path and doing the same things, getting the same results, and won't change. It makes me think that people just don't care. So I want to give y'all some information and details about what happened with this situation. But before we get into the details and talk about this thug, which is not a skin color, it's an action, let's get into the details. But let me give you a disclaimer. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. And we're getting this story from lawandcrime.com. Almost most of my stories have come from there. So thank you, Law and Crime. And also I want to give a shout out to Illicit Deeds. I don't know if my friend is out there listening, but I've seen quite a few of these same stories on her channel as well. But she does more of a broad crime channel. So shout out to her. But definitely stories that are more than just children. But my focus is purely on the children, okay? So, but shout out to my friend because she helps me with a lot of these stories sometimes. A 32-year-old man in Indiana has been arrested for allegedly killing his girlfriend's 2-year-old son. So this don't sound like this is his kid. 2 years old, less than 24 months old. She's already up under a new man, already receiving new semen with a child that's less than 24 months old. Huh? I think that just in itself is disgusting. How we were just able to just move on from a legacy that quick. I know that's what we do in this society, but I think it's disgusting. This fool, let me go back. Beautiful little baby. This fool right here, his name is Ricky Larkin, and he was taken into custody this week and charged with 1 count of murder in the brutal slaying of young Jelani Smith, Jeloni Smith. That baby right there, and I'm thankful that I found this picture. Beautiful little kid, because I feel like we owe it to really put some respect on this baby boy's name. That's him being a little bit older right there. According to a news release from the Gary, Indiana Police Department, officers around 5:30 p.m. on November 4th, 2024 responded to a call for assistance at a residence in the 300 block of Arthur Street, about 160 miles northwest of Indianapolis. The call came from a Gary Fire Department in reference to a 2-year-old child. If it's 160 miles away, why would they need to specify that like you can't, I guess, can't find this area? Anyway, the call came from a Gary Fire Department in reference to a 2-year-old child inside the home that was not breathing. Upon arriving at the scene, first responders located the toddler, saying the child was unresponsive and appeared to be lifeless. An adult male at the home said that the victim's father said that he was the victim's father and told authorities the toddler was in the bathtub when he discovered him not breathing. The supposed father, later identified as Larkin, who is not the boy's father, said he performed CPR but could not resuscitate the child. Whoa! Back it up like a U-Haul truck. Is this yet another bathtub story? You know what, Mr. Ricky Larkin, sir? Have you not ever heard of my channel, the AFC Podcast? You've never heard that we have this thing called hashtag not another bathtub story? What is his name? Yeah, Ricky Larkin. We say that because we're just like, Jesus, y'all can't be this damn dumb to keep making up the same fake ass story, knowing that that's not what happened, and knowing that you're going to get discovered, and knowing that we're going to find out that you're a freaking liar. You can't be this level of dumb. Another bathtub story. Type it in the chat, please, y'all. Not another bathtub story. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Here's what he said. He said An adult male at the home said he was the victim's father, which he is not. He's not this boy's dad. Told authorities that the toddler was in a bathtub, which he was not, when he discovered him not breathing. He said he performed CPR but could not resuscitate the child, which I also believe that is a freaking lie. Emergency personnel transported the child to the Methodist North Lake Hospital for treatment, where he was pronounced later dead. So here's the thing. I think they have it in here, but I'm going to go ahead and give it away. Give it away now. Oh, no, you know what? I'm going to wait because it's in there. I see it. The Gary Police Department officers on the scene and Gary Fire Department observed swelling to the child, and that at the time notified supervisors to contact the Lake County Prosecutor's Homicide Task Force, as well as Lake County Coroner and Lake County Sheriff's Crime Scene Investigation. The release states. Members of the Homicide Task Force began a death investigation awaiting the autopsy. One day after Jelani's death, Sorry about that. Let me restate that. One day after Jelani's death, an autopsy conducted by Lake County Coroner's Office determined that his manner of death was a homicide and the cause of death was blunt force trauma. Sounds like this boy was beat to death. This man beat this woman and some other man's child to death. The coroner found no signs of drowning because the baby was dry. He was not in a tub. Flat out lies. All lies. A probable cause affidavit obtained by Chicago affiliate WFLD provided additional details about the circumstances of the toddler's untimely death. Now, according to the report, authorities were immediately suspicious of Larkin's story about the boy being in a bathtub because he was not wet. A search of the home, which was a mess, turned up a metal bat, police said, that had been placed, oh Lord, conspicuously near the bed. Is that a word? I might not have pronounced that right. Conspicuously?
Conspicuously.
Oh, it had to look like conspicuously. Okay. They turned up a metal bat that said had been placed conspicuously near the bed. Maybe I just didn't look at it correctly. Anyway, police later learned that Larkin was watching the boy because the victim's mother had been hospitalized the previous day from a drug overdose. Let me drink my apple juice. This is Martellina's Gold Medal Apple Juice, 100% juice. Good stuff. Should the mother not be investigated for drugs? Should the mother not be investigated for neglect? Should the mother not be investigated for potentially being a effing crackhead? That she was in the hospital for suffering a drug overdose, which sounds voluntary. Did she not fail her child also? I'm just curious. Y'all can let me know in the chat how you feel. I'm going to say it again. The boy's mother had been hospitalized the previous day in the hospital from a drug overdose, but said that because of his history of violence and drug use, she only did so reluctantly. The day of Jelani's death, Larkin reportedly called and told the toddler's mom to get the kids because he had stuff to do. Kids, plural. That means she probably had multiple kids and she dumped them off on her boyfriend, who clearly didn't want to be a father. He just wanted some sex. He don't want to be a father to her kids, who she made by another man, who those kids look like another man. He don't want to look at that. He claimed he was giving the victim a bath because one of the mom's friends was going to come by and pick the boy up, which is when the incident took place. Asked if he ever disciplined kids with violence, Larkin reportedly stated he doesn't hit kids, explaining that any bruises on Jelani's body were probably the result of slipping in the bathtub. However, police said he changed his story after persistent questioning about Jelani's injuries, agreeing that the toddler's injuries could only be the result of physical abuse. Larkin then reportedly told police that Jelani's death was, quote unquote, his death was karma for all the dirt that he's done in his life. What? Maybe I read that wrong. Maybe I need to read it again. Larkin, the boyfriend, this guy, here's what he said. I thought I read this wrong. He said he told police that Jelani's death was karma for all of the dirt he had done in his life. He also admitted that he was high when Jelani died. Larkin is currently being held in Lake County Jail with no bond. Somebody in the chat said the mother has to be charged by neglecting the children and leaving her children with a felon. Well said. Thank you. Well said. Let me give you guys the fair usage and then we'll look at the news videos. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. And I agree with you guys. It always makes me curious, like, where are the biological fathers? You got all these kids, there are biological fathers out there, but they're never there, and they're always left with mom's boyfriend. It's just a wild set of circumstances that just always keep happening. And allegedly, they both get high, too. I think the mom should be facing neglect charges as well. But do me a favor and leave a comment in the comment section if you know about this story, if you're a family member to this story, if you feel like I's don't know what I's talking about, then we can go debate the article that I read from, or you can hit me up, theafcmatters@gmail.com. Let's chat about this and tell me what the news got wrong. Let's go.
A Gary man is charged tonight with killing his girlfriend's 2-year-old child. Lake County investigators believe Ricky Larkin beat the child before calling 911 and claiming that he had drowned in the tub. This happened on Monday. Gary police say the 2-year-old had multiple injuries, suggesting he had been struck. Investigators say Larkin was the only adult at home with the boy at the time. His mother was hospitalized the day before.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.
And from Madison facing charges tonight, accused of killing a 2-year-old child in Gary. According to court documents, Ricky Larkin told police the boy became unresponsive after being left alone in a bathtub. And investigators say the boy had been beaten to death. This happened Monday, in the 300 block of Arthur Street. Court documents reveal Larkin is not the boy's father, and his mother had been at the hospital because of a drug overdose the day before the boy's death. Larkin allegedly admitted to being high on drugs. He remains in custody tonight.
With the murder of a 2-year-old boy in Gary, and the details are disturbing. Officials say this man, Ricky Larkin, told police Jelani Smith drowned in a bathtub Monday. However, according to court documents, the toddler died from blunt force trauma, and there was no sign of drowning or water in the lungs. The boy's mother says she was in the hospital at the time after a drug overdose. She tells police Larkin is her on-again, off-again boyfriend who comes and goes from that home. He is not the father.
Let's say that again. Let's hear that last part again.
Comes and goes from that home is her on-again, off-again boyfriend. Larkin is her on-again, off-again boyfriend. Larkin is her on-again, off-again boyfriend who comes and goes from that home. Friend who comes and goes from that home. Friend who comes and goes from that home. He is not the father.
He comes and goes. He's only there to come. That is it. Disgusting. And so here's the thing, and I thought about this. And I'm saying crack. I don't know what type of drugs they're doing, but it's not weed. And let me tell you why it's not weed. Because marijuana, weed, THC has been around for a long time. And I have never known people to do crazy things just being high on weed. I've known people to do crazy things high on all kind of other stuff. But people been getting high off marijuana to the point to where it's actually about to be legalized nationwide. And I believe it probably should. But it is a misnomer, right? That it's not like crack. It's not like fentanyl. It's not like anything else. It's naturally grow out of the ground and people just get high for the contents of it, right? Might have a little memory loss. You might be a little hungry. You might be a little happy. You might be a little sleepy, but you're not going to overdose on weed, right? You're not going to overdose on marijuana. But you can overdose on a lot of other stuff. And here's another thing. I have never known nobody to get high on marijuana and kill and beat a kid with a baseball bat or throw him in a tub or beat him up, punch him, kick him, shoot him because of marijuana. No. This is something completely different that they're doing. And are y'all saying meth? I can see meth maybe doing that. So if they're meth heads, I guess you got some black meth heads out there then too. I know they exist. An overdose is pretty damn strong. And if you had those kind of chemicals and you was getting high and you was a mother and you had your kids being irresponsible and leaving them with a boyfriend, then that should count as neglect. Should it not? On again, off again, boyfriend. Yeah, man, that's all stupid crap. Okay. So again, I believe that the mother needs to be arrested and charged as well, because she's just as culpable and responsible for leaving her kids with anybody and everybody. So I hope that he gets a life sentence in prison. And I hope that the mom, I don't know how much time she needs in prison, but she needs some damn help. She needs prison time also. But to this baby boy, he did not deserve to meet a fate like this. Let me get his face back up on the screen. My favorite picture of him is the little bitty picture. That's the one I like. Young Prince, R.I.P. I just wish you had better parents, biological parents, to just take care of you. I thank you guys so much for listening to this story with an open mind as well as an open heart. From my heart to yours, I love you all. I hope that we can also get charges for the mother, and hopefully we can do an update and give you guys way more details than what we have. But I love you guys, AFC. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Like, share, and subscribe. That'd be awesome. We'll see you guys on the next live stream, okay? Thank you.